Hi friends, it's Star Thrifter, and I have a thrift haul to share with you today. If you've not watched any of my other videos before, I sell on eBay and also on Poshmark. I'm a full-time reseller, and I think if I have the right bags, because I separated everything when I purchased it last weekend. I think this is more of like the nicer brands and the quicker sell-through rate ones. If not, then it'll be the bread and butter, but hopefully that's what it is. Anyhow, we'll get right on to it. I've listed some really great pieces this week. Yesterday, the day before, I had an Etro. If you're not familiar with that, it's ETRO. And it was silk cashmere. It felt like a dream. Oh, it was very soft, very thin. It was paisley. It's paisley. And the prices were kind of all over, $75 to a couple $100. And I have it listed for $140. And then I also had some other really nice pieces that I listed. I had a Ralph Lauren black label, something. And that, and then that might have been no, that was a black label, but I had a Ralph Lauren like cable knit sweater that was cashmere. That was nice. Okay. This one's just all right. It's Mabe, and this is an Anthropology. But the reason I did pick it up, and I know some of the other resellers still pick this up a little bit. I pick up very little Anthropology, but it's kind of like a thermal waffle material, and I think that will make it, be more of a feature for selling it. And that's the brand there. If you're not familiar with it, this is part of the Anthropology line. And I don't know how much I'll get on that. Most of the things I pay a dollar for. I wait till it goes to $1 on the weekends. And anyways, or but on Friday, one place, if you can buy these blue bags, and whatever you can fit in the blue bag, you can get half off. And a lot of these, especially when it's sometimes the nicer brands or the quicker sell-through rate stuff, then I paid like half of these. But like their sweaters, like this is a sweater. Their sweaters, I think they're either $5.99 or $7.99. It'd be half off on that. Long sleeve shirts are $5.99, short sleeve $4.99, all of them. Unless it's something really spectacular and they price it separately, but they don't do that very often. Anyhow, this is a Torrid. I do like to pick up Torrid. If you're not familiar with it, it's a plus size brand. It doesn't sell for a ton, but it does sell. I think they kind of have trendier styles. And it's Torrid, and they have like Torrid 00 or Torrid 0 or 1, 2, 3, 4. This actually is a Torrid 2. That means it would be like a 2X. But if you're unsure, you can Google Torrid size chart, and it'll, give you the conversion. But this is a sweater, and I went ahead and picked this up because I do like to sell Torrid. And like I said, some pieces, sell for more than others. I think it's because the site itself, Torrid, they have some really great sales that they run sometimes. And some of it, sells pretty cheap. However, some of it, still sells for great money. A lot, like your typical price on Torrid, I'd say between $15 and $30. It's going to be a range. And this is another Torrid, and this is a Torrid 4. This would be like a 4X. It's a little cute little pea plum top, and it's cute for summer. It's got a little bit of gold metallic running through it, and I would call this, it is a pea plum, but I've been calling these baby doll also. I don't know if that's correct, but I have been using that, and I think that it's been a benefit for selling it. And, I would call it that. It actually is kind of a t-shirt material. I guess you could go short sleeve t-shirt, but, pea plum or baby doll would be keywords I'll be using. I think this is another Torrid. Yep, this is another Torrid. This is a Torrid 3. This would be like a 3X. And they use this a little bit. I've sold some dresses. I've had some other tops where it's had like this rose, and sometimes it'll be a burgundy background, but this rose print. But this is very pretty. It has all this detail on the rear. It's like a lacy kind of crochet lace, and that's a Torrid there. And as you can see, there's the 3 on there. It'd be like a Torrid 3. And one thing really nice about Torrid is they have a style number. And it's on the material tag or behind the material tag. It's a very long number, like 7 or 8 numbers in it. And if all you do is go over to Google, type in Torrid space and then the number, and then click on it, and it'll be under all your Google choices. And then about the 3rd or 4th over, there's images, and you can click on that. It'll bring it up. And I do that to get keywords. I didn't used to take time to do it, but I think it really does make a difference. And just don't use stock photos on eBay, because you can get in trouble. And I know There's a lot of other resellers on there that are using it. They're not supposed to. Poshmark, I know a lot of people do over there. Use your own discretion, but eBay, don't want to do it. This is Adriano Goldschmied, and this is, or AG, and I don't know about some of their tops. They don't sell quite as quickly as like the pants, but you know, I think I probably paid half off for this. You know, it'd be like $2, $3. I went ahead and got it. It is an army green. Sometimes that is popular, but Andrea Goldschmied. I know I don't pronounce that really great. I don't pronounce words really great as it is. Um, this is Theory, and some pieces sell for quite a little bit. Some don't. It just depends. This is really kind of basic. I waited for this to go to $1. I think it was $1, and it's a large because this is just kind of like a short sleeve, kind of a pea plum, and it's probably just like a cotton or something like that. But that's Theory. But some pieces can sell, especially if you get into anything, you know, some of the sweaters maybe, or the cashmere, you know. But and it's kind of a expensive brand or higher end brand. I thought this was cool. It's kind of like taffeta, and even though it doesn't have separate crenolines underneath it, but it's thick enough that it kind of creates that look for the bottom. I think this is a super cool piece. And actually, my other reseller friend that was there, she gave it to me because if there's anything, just a teeny bit spot or, you know, any little thing like underarm, I thought she said she seen just a barely noticed something there. Well, you can clean that, but she doesn't, you know, want to do that. And she kind of just does it for part-time. And she wanted to know if I wanted it. And there's really, I mean, that's really kind of the great, I don't know. I'll have to clean it. It might be the stitching, but it's like very little and you could clean it or, you know, get it off there. One thing that's really good, even before you wash it, if you take denim and like a pair of jeans, if you have like an old pair you can cut up, and if you, it takes antiperspirant off clothes really nice. Or sometimes, you know, the fabric itself, it just depends to get it off because, you know, but some fabrics might have to be dry cleaned or whatever, but that's a really great way to get it off first. But this brand, it doesn't move very quick for me. And it's supposed to be a great brand, but it's Eliza J. But the fact that the style of it, I just thought it was really cool. Hopefully that will sell. It was only $1. That was worth picking up. But like I said, that brand just does not seem to move very good for me. She might have gave me 2 of them. I think this is an Elijah J. too. And this is actually really cute. It's a cute sweater dress. Hopefully that style will still be popular. However, it is almost neon. It looks a little brighter than, well, it's pretty bright. Because neon was trending this summer. I don't know how it'll be for fall or winter, but this is another Elijah J. If I didn't show you the other tag, and this was $1 too. Actually, this is in very nice condition, and you know, I do find that in the fall and for winter, sweater dresses does sell, and it doesn't always have to be a really high-end brand, you know, to sell. But they do sell. This is another Torrid piece, and I heard that their graphic, you know, sells pretty decent. I don't know if it still does, but this is nice. This is a Torrid 3, and it says, first of all, no, second of all. First of all, no. Second of all, no. It's kind of cute. Anyhow, this is what you would call a raglan sleeve. I used to call it baseball sleeves because we used to call these like baseball shirts when they were made like this, you know, the contrasting, usually like a 3/4. And once in a while, they'll be long sleeve. But anyways, it's called raglan. And I'll put it up there. And anyhow, this is another Torrid piece. This is actually a really cute, you know, it's a long sleeve. I would still consider this like a t-shirt, but it's a raglan sleeve, you know, is the style of it. This piece is a Ted Baker, and Ted Baker's really high end, and it can be really expensive, but some of the pieces don't sell for a lot of money. Some do. Want to do comps before you spend very much, but this I thought was cool. The buttons are on the left, so it is a men's, but it's really tiny. It has to be a small. Ted Baker has their sizing differently, and it says it's a 3. However, it's embroidered, and it has pink flamingos and pineapples and palm trees on it for right now, summer. Be a really cute piece to list. But that's it there, Ted Baker. And I do usually still pick it up, but gotta watch it because some pieces don't sell for a lot. I had, well, it was like a t-shirt though too. It was like brand new, or I don't know if it was brand new or it was like brand new. And it sat for a really long time. But, and some other pieces. However, it's still a nice brand. This was kind of a cool find. This is Lucky Brand, and it's a men's sweater. It's super soft, and it's brand new with tags. How about that? This I paid half for. And it doesn't, you know what? I thought this was a men's. This is a women's because they have a picture on here. One thing great about Lucky, too, if it wouldn't have had that, the style number, they have it, you know, on the little tag by the material tag, and you can Google that, and it would have told me if another way too. It would have told me men or women's, but another way on that you can tell on usually on Lucky is that the women's items usually start, if it's regular sizing, it starts 7W and then a series of numbers or letters. However, which I don't know, you probably won't be able to see this, but it's the number up here. It's the style number, and it starts off like that. I don't know how come it won't ever. Anyhow, if it's plus size, it'll have 7Q. In men's, I don't know on men's. Maybe it's, I don't know if it's 7, but it might be 7, maybe M. But that W would have told me it's a women's piece. This is really nice material. I got to see what it's made out of. And they always, the material, where you find the material, what it's made out of, it's not on the first part. It's always on the top of the second. You know, you have to flip it over. Anyhow, this is actually viscose blend, but it's super, super soft. Okay, it would have sold quicker and for probably a little bit more money if it would have been men's. But it is women's. It is brand new with tags. It doesn't say how much it was brand new, but it's still a really great piece because it is brand new. I sell very little jeans, but I do know in the women's, only certain styles were selling still, you know, pretty decent. I mean, you may do really great with it, but they used to sell for, they used to be, you know, a lot more popular and would sell quicker. However, some of the men still sell too. Not saying they don't sell, but you know, I stopped picking up any of the Lucky jeans. But it depends on your price point of how much you're looking to, you know, sell your items for too. Express, and I've said this before if you watch my other videos, because I've had to have had these on there because I pick these up all the time, and a lot of other thrifters I've noticed don't seem to, you know about this brand. I don't pick up Express otherwise, but this is the Portofino shirt, and these things sell between $15 and $20, and some of them sell pretty quickly. They're always a long sleeve. They are buttoned, even though they're V-neck. They usually have the roll tag. They can be any color. They're polyester, but this is what the tag says. You got to watch it because sometimes Express has other shirts that look a lot like that. They'll be writing under here, but this is the Portofino shirt. I'll write it up there, and these sell, and I pick them up. Otherwise, I don't usually pick up Express, but some, believe it or not, some Express pieces can be kind of costly new, and you know, some resellers may pick it up, but I just don't very much. This is a brand new with tags, Chico's, and it's a sweater, and Chico's has kind of been trending lately, along with Talbot's, and this is nice because it has some keywords already on here. It's called the side lace up pullover sweater, long sleeve fashion, that has the style number, but it's got like this lace up detail on the side. It's really soft, and anyhow, this would be a great piece because it was new with tags. I probably paid half off on this. I mean, yeah, I did, because they don't even have a tag on it. One of their color tags, they would have just fortunately they still sold it to me. It's just a cotton blend, but man, it's really soft. I wanted to look because it was super soft. But it's Chico's, and it's Chico's 3. And Chico's also has their own sizing. And this Chico's 3 would be like an extra large. Chico's is like 0, 1, 2, 3, and I think 4 in their tops and sweaters. And a 0, this is the way you can always figure it out. You can figure it on your hand. A 0 is a small. A 1 is a medium. A 2 is a large, a 3 is an extra large, and 4, you're going to have to Google it. I don't know if they consider it a 2XL. I think they do, or I don't know if they bumped it up to like in the plus sizes like an OX or a 1X, but I think it was a 2XL. I'm pretty sure they had the 4. Anyhow, that's how they do their sizing if you're kind of new to reselling and didn't know that. This is Madewell, and I waited till it went to $1. I think this was $1. Nope, I might have paid half off, and I probably shouldn't have done that, because some Madewell kind of sits. Some sells, it just depends, but it doesn't sell for very much. If I'm not mistaken, Madewell is a kickoff from J. Crew. And, you know, it's part like a line of theirs. But anyhow, um, one thing nice about them too, they also will have the style number and the year. But this is Madewell. If you're not familiar, this is very thin. It's actually a very nice little long sleeve tee. And, but it will have like a, this one has a style, then the year. This is fall of 18, and it has some other numbers, but it'll be, you know, behind the material tag, and it will be this here. The top one will be the style. I know it's blurry. The second one will be the season and the year. And I've heard that maybe on the Madewell and on J. Crew too, you should get just the last few years. Now this would be, if this was 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, that's like 4 years. It's kind of pushing it. Now there's exceptions to that, because if you find J. Crew and some of the neat, they had like some neat little cardigan sweaters that buttoned up. They had neat prints. Those still sell for quite a bit. And of course, if you find some cashmere and just, you know, different pieces. Garnet Hill. And I just, you know, I don't find it that often. This is a really cute top, but sometimes Garnet Hill can be worth a little bit of money. I don't find that it sells real quickly, but it is a nice brand. This is actually very soft. It's a very nice piece. And I'll have to do comps on that. I don't know how much that'll sell for. Same with that Madewell, I'm not sure. This is a Victoria's Secret, and if you're not familiar with this, Victoria's Secret tea shop is Victoria's Secret. It will say on the tag, this is what the tag will look like, and it'll just say tea shop. But see this VS here? That means Victoria's Secret. It's part of their line. And I think on the material tag, if this hasn't been removed, oh, this one doesn't have it. You know, it will have that, you know, it may have Victoria's Secret wrote out. Okay, but this, I got it because it's a Henley, and Henleys are popular. They do sell, and it's semi-sheer. It's kind of polka dot. Hopefully that will sell, because this, I don't pick up a lot of the Victoria's Secret, especially if it's just plain, unless it's really, you know, big spell out logo, then I pick it up. However, this tea shop seems to sell in bras. They have another one too. It's called bra tops, and sometimes it maybe even a dress, but it's called bra tops. But they have a bra built in, like a shop bra, and those sell for some reason. And of course, some of the lingerie, you know, still sells in anything silk in the lingerie. And you know what? I've heard that the gold label vintage is kind of not been selling for as much, or for, you know, as quickly as it used to, because it used to be kind of sought after. And I've been finding that because I got some really nice pieces listed, and they're kind of sitting. This is another one of those express Portofino shirts. This one must be either a newer or older tag, because it just says Portofino. It doesn't say the Portofino shirt. But there's another one. And like I said, usually, you know, really, some of them are quick sales, you know, 15 to 20. Sometimes they sit too, but it's still, you know, if you can get it for $1, that's a great return on investment. And like I've said before, a lot of the really big sellers, they're selling a lot of clothing. They're selling like over $1 million a year. They're selling stuff between, well, most of them are like 15 or 20, or probably closer to the 20. However, anything between 10 and 20, but it's volume. They're doing a lot of volume. Now, there's some sellers that make a lot of money that only pick up the quick sell-through rate and the higher-end brands and the nice brands, and that's their model, and they can make great money too. But when you go thrifting, how many pieces do you really find each time you go, whether you go to one store or two or more, of the quicker sell-through rate, higher brand? It's not always easy. Usually when you're selling clothes, you got to do the bread and butter too, you know, because I'll tell you what, on eBay, it's all about listings. You have to list every single day, and you want to be consistent. And the more you list, like I always say, list, because the more you list every day, the more you'll sell every day. But it's got to be consistent. You got to do it every single day. If you don't want to list on the weekend, save them in drafts and then post them for the weekend. You know, and some people say you can miss one day a week. I've been kind of doing that lately, and I've still been having some nice sales. However, I'm not really sure, because I'll miss a day on the weekend, and my weekends have been rocking lately. I've been really, really fortunate. I'm very grateful for that. Thank God. They've been really great, because, you know, some people have had the summer slowdown, but my sales have been great. However, I'm promoting kind of heavily. But the other thing is that, you know, the more that you can get up and list every day, like I always say, you know, the listings is the one of the key things. And oh, I know I was saying, sorry about that, I got a little sidetracked. Is that I've been not listing one day on the weekend, and my weekends have still been really great, and Mondays usually, but Tuesday, Wednesday's been kind of slow, and some Thursdays, so I don't know if missing that day in the weekends affecting affecting midweek. Sometimes they say it can be, a few days or a week later, or not. I don't know. I guess I'll try it both ways and figure it out. This is the Soft Surroundings. They usually have a stock number or style number 2. This is kind of a pullover. The rear side is kind of ribbed. Soft Surroundings. This is a large, and I know on my last few videos, oh no, this is a medium. My last few videos I've been mentioning that I find that the large and up sizes sell quicker, a lot quicker and for more money. I think maybe I was pricing this too much, and I've started to reduce the pricing a little bit because it used to sell for more money. The smaller sizes are harder. A lot of it sits, because I've mentioned before, a lot of the other thrifters on the videos are like, oh, that's their bread and butter brand. They sell a ton of it. And I was going, what? I have a whole bunch of it, and it's just kind of sitting. Well, I think what it is you want to have the small, the larger size and things like that. And maybe, I don't know how much they're holding out for what kind of price too. Anyhow, Madewell, I've been selling it a little bit cheaper. This is another Madewell. This is really soft. It's in excellent shape, and this is a large. Hopefully they'll sell decent, but Madewell is really between 10, 15, maybe 20. But some pieces are going to be worth more money depending on what it is. But it's not, like a ton of money. This I really like, and I think I already have one listed just like it, and I don't think it's sold yet. It's Soft Surroundings. This is a petite medium, which that's a hard size to sell, I think. I think the smaller size petite and the larger sells easier. But I could be wrong. But this is velvet. And this is the cool. I just think these are the coolest looking tops. And it went to $1. It looks very red on there, but it's almost like a rust color. Anyways, this is Soft Surroundings. It will have, I'll look up the style number. It's super soft. But, that size might be a little tough. But it's really hard to pass them up when you find them for $1, This feels like maybe a merino wool. I don't know. Nordstrom, small. I don't pick up very many pieces. I don't think at all of Nordstrom, but I think that this was it's extra fine merino wool, and I thought I'd take a chance because it was only $1. But normally I don't pick this up, but some people do. Probably depends on what pieces. I haven't really studied this brand. Actually, I wasn't sure if it was that or Neiman Marcus, because I'll tell you what, you ever been in Neiman Marcus stores? It's very costly, and, I don't know how much their regular brand goes for, but, I mean, it was, like, really high-end, clothing, and it was expensive. However, some of that I've purchased hasn't really moved very quickly or sold for very much, but it could have been the piece that I had of the actual Neiman Marcus. Write in the comments if you sell either one of them and how you've done with those. That would be interesting. Anyhow, hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you got some valuable content. If you could do me a favor and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. If you haven't watched my other videos before, I have a lot of other videos up. eBay tips, selling tips, and, thrift with me, a bunch of different types of videos. And anyhow, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and many prosperous sales to you. Thank you.